Hello my beautiful bookish friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing another multi-part book haul. So you are going to see me in one outfit and makeup, and then you'll see me in another outfit and makeup later on in this haul. Just because I have a bunch of books I realized I haven't told you guys about yet and really want to. So I kind of have a list over here of the ones that I haven't officially told you about, and then there will be more coming later on. So we are going to talk about 4 books right now, actually 5 books right now, and then later on I'll talk to you some more about them, but for you it'll all be one part. So now I'm just rambling on. Anyway, let's talk about some books. I was not buying books for a while, and then my book of the months kind of started piling up, and I was like, oh, I should talk about these. So one of the books that I got from Barnes & Noble a little bit ago, or no, I got this from Amazon, is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. This is a historical fiction that is LGBTQ representation in it. It's actually won the Stonewall Honor book in here, but it's supposed to be witty and funny and like a comedy, and I think Monty is the main character's name. This book came out a while ago and a lot of people have talked about it and read it on BookTube, but I haven't read it yet. He is supposed to be, he is supposed to go on a full grand tour, like stuff that privileged, royalty, kind of noble people did back in the day. However, he wants to have a last hurrah. It's all in 18th century Europe. So I'm very excited to read it. It is a little thick, but a lot of people have said that they run right through it, and I really like that the spine kind of looks like an old 18th century book, just glossy. So I'm going to give this one a try. And then I got The First Time She Drowned by Carrie Kletter, I think is how you say it. This one, I think I got this recommended in a video that I was watching about like heavy contemporary books. I think right after I read The Female of the Species, I wanted to find more that were a little bit heavier and not so romance based. And it says it's been 2.5 years since Cassie O'Malley's mother dumped her in a mental institution against her will. Now at 18, Cassie is finally able to reclaim her life, the entire world, in college on her own terms. So she has a lot of psychological damage, swimming in family memories and trying to adapt to her new surroundings. So this girl is just trying to, this girl's trying to acclimate to life outside of the mental institution that her mother put her in. And it just kind of talks about her adapting to regular life. So this is called The First Time She Drowns, by the way. And I think it will be a very quick read, but it's going to be really hard to read and not get like emotional, and I'll probably hate the mom and want to like strangle her. Then we have a book of the month pick. This was my March pick, and that is The Lost Apothecary. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this, and I'm very surprised. First of all, the cover is stunning. Can we talk about this? I love this like dark blue kind of purple with these bright flowers and the bottle. So pretty. And this book is quite short, but it is a dual timeline book. So a woman who lives in London discovers that there is this aged apothecary vial in the river Thames, and it ends up tracing back to this apothecary that had been rumored back in the day, and it was like, if you know, you know kind of thing. But basically it tells a story of the apothecary and how it was a place where women would go get poison to kill men who had wronged them, so like their husbands who were beating them or cheating on them, or you know, people who had wronged them. But there's a list of rules, like you can't use them against another woman, and you have to sign in and say what you used it for, like who you killed, so there's a record of it. And I think also like you know, don't talk about, first rule Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. You can't tell other people about the apothecary. So I think it's going to be a really fun mixture between historical fiction and kind of thriller. Jumping to a totally different genre, I was so excited about this book and no one's talked about it, and I want to talk about it because I love this author. This is The Afterlife of the Party by Marlene Perez. This is the same author who wrote the Dead Is series that I loved in middle school and actually finished reading in college when I got all the books. She has written a new book, and this is the first book she's put out since that series. And I think this is a standalone. However, I'm not sure. This is all about a girl who goes to a party and gets bitten by a vampire and is just a paranormal YA adventure kind of book, you know, like it's just her living in the undead. Let's see, and I think there's a romance involved too, and her grandmother is a witch, so I think it's gonna be very interesting. I haven't read any like YA paranormal in a while, so I'm excited to get to this book. And the last book that I have, it's actually at the bottom of my TBR pile right now, but is Crown of Midnight. I'll put a picture here if you don't know what I'm talking about. It is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. I'm trying to get them all so I can like marathon them in 1 month and read them all, and that one happened to be on sale the day I went shopping, so I picked that one up. Well, here we are for like part 2 of this haul, even though it's all the same video. I have different clothes on and different makeup on, so yeah. Let's talk about the rest of the books that I got this month. So one of the books that I got, actually I got quite a few hyped books in this haul in particular. I got Take a Hint, Dani Brown from Barnes & Noble. I don't even really remember what the other books that I hauled were, but I know that this stack wasn't in it. Anyway, I got Take a Hint, Dani Brown, which is the second book in the Brown Sisters romance series by Talia Hibbert. This one is about Dani, who I believe she is the bisexual sister, and she ends up kind of in this like viral romance where the security guard at her job pulls her out of like a burning building, and you know, people record it, it goes viral, and then they have like this fake dating story that they're kind of doing because of it. And I am very excited to read it because, you know, obviously if it's a fake dating, it'll kind of turn into real dating eventually. But I really liked Take a Hint, Chloe Brown, so I'm interested in reading this. And if I have time, I might even read this month because it is technically a series, so it could go with my theme this month. But yes, I'm very excited for this because I love Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and I really want to I think it's Get a Clue, Eve Brown. That's the third and last book in the series. The next one is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. This is a book that I heard about from Olivia Reads a Latte, and now apparently it's a series, so I want to read this so I can get the next one, if I like it, of course. This is, I feel like I'm very close. Let me back up. There we go. Let's give each other some personal space. So this book is about Mary Jekyll, who is the daughter of Dr. Jekyll, who finds out that she has a sister who was fathered by Mr. Hyde. So like her dad wouldn't know about it because that's his alternate personality. But there is a financial situation, like there's a reward for Mr. Hyde's capture, and that's gonna fix her financial woes. But I know this book, a lot of people say is really good because it kind of breaks the fourth wall. So someone will write something and then the characters will kind of break aside and be like, that's not what really happened. Here's what really happened. And then they tell you. So I think it's really cool. And I just love the like cover. There's so many little things that I'm assuming will be involved in this story, which I really like. So I'm interested in reading this. I didn't even realize there was a person on the cover until right now. It's like one of those ones you stare at, and the longer you look at it, the more stuff you find in it. So I really like covers like that. Then another super hyped romance. I got the Bromance Book Club by Lissa K. Adams. This one is, yeah, it's like Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club. First rule of book club, you don't talk about book club. That's what this says. So this is about a guy who plays minor league baseball. So this is all about the second baseman on this minor league baseball team, or I'm sorry, it's a major league baseball team, I think. I don't remember. There's trouble in his marriage and he is trying to fix it, and it basically leads to him finding this book club where all of these guys who are part of Nashville's like elite read these romance books as a way to kind of like learn what their wives are looking for, or like what women are looking for in the relationship, or you know, like just how to romance them better. So I'm very interested to see how this goes. I know it's a series now, so there's this one and there's like crazy, stupid bromance, and there's another one too in there that I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Undercover Bromance, I think. So I want to read this one and see if the series is any good. Some people loved it, some people hated it. If it's anything like Fixer Up, I'll like it, which I've heard a few people say it kind of is, but I think that's just the baseball aspect. But I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I like it. Then I got 2 books from Book of the Month. I got The Hunting Wives by May Cobb. This one just came out in this Book of the Month, and I don't quite remember. Oh yeah, this is like a rich people drama, kind of like Happy and You Know It, where there's like a group of moms involved, but I think they're kind of like vigilantes. I think it might be like that show Good Girls, which I've never watched, but a lot of people said it's really super good. So this one's not too long. I think it'll be a really quick read for me, but it looks really good and I love the cover. And then I did an add-on to my box this month. I finally got Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. I have never read any Riley Sager. I don't think I even have any. I don't think I have Lock Every Door. But this is all about a girl whose family, basically, they think her father went crazy thinking that this house was actually haunted or possessed, and then she moves back into this house and, you know, she kind of figures out that her dad probably wasn't crazy. I read a book similar to this called The Widow's House before, and it was very good. It was a good twisty-turny thriller, and this is the same kind of book. I'm interested to see how the like horror novel that her dad wrote, which is basically like a memoir in it of them living in this house, like how it turns out, but it's supposed to be very Amityville horror-esque, so I think it will be a good read, and I'll probably save it till like, you know, probably Halloween time. And then I got 2 more books from Barnes & Noble. I got Lore by Alexandra Bracken. This is a book about, well, obviously Medusa is involved, but it is about the Greek gods and them being cursed and sent to Earth every 7 years, I think, to live amongst the mortals. It's called Agon, and it's a punishment for their past rebellion. So 9 Greek gods are forced to live with the mortals, and it all takes place in New York City. So I think there's people hunting them, or they hunt in the whole thing, but it tells you like in here what the living lines and what the dead lines are of the different houses. So I think it's gonna be really good. I know this book has been super hyped and talked about. I mean, I love the cover of this, but yeah, it's been super hyped, super talked about, so you probably know all about it, but I want to read it because I love stuff about Greek mythology. Last one I have is a graphic novel. I got Vote Harley, which is the 5th volume of the Harley Quinn Rebirth series. This apparently is supposed to be Harley at her most charming. I don't really know what it's about. I think Harley's running for like mayor of New York or something, which I'm sure will be interesting to go through in this story because these rebirths are really great. I love the art style in them. So yeah, that is the last book I got. So that is the end of my haul so far. I think, yeah, this is gonna be the last part of this haul, so there won't be any more this month, but I am slowly starting to want to buy books again. My list is getting very long, so I want to try and get as many books as I can, but I'm also reading a ton, so, you know, the balance is there. I think I want to try and get through this stack of books before I buy more. So hopefully in May I will do that if they fit the theme. But that's it for me. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.